Good afternoon. So, what is frequency? This is cellular system basic concept. Now, what is a which we have covered in the previous lecture? Frequency reuse means each cellular base station is allotted a group of radio channel within a small geographic area which is called as a cell. What is cell? Cell means each cellular base station is allocated a group of radio channel within a small geographic area which is called as a cell. So neighboring cells are assigned a different channel groups. Neighboring cells are assigned different channel groups. So by limiting the coverage area to within the boundary of the cell, the channel groups may be reused to cover a different cell. So keep the interference levels within the tolerable limit, the frequency reuse or the frequency planning. So there are 7 groups of the channel from A to G. Footprint of the cell is the audio radio coverage. Now hexagonal geometry has exactly 6 equidistant neighbors, and the lines joining the center of any cell and each of its neighbor are separated by multiples of 60 degrees. So only certain cluster sizes and cell layout are possible. The number of cells per cluster are n, which can have values like n equal to I square plus ig plus j square. So co-channel neighbors of particular cell, for example, I is 3, j is 2. The cellular concept was a major breakthrough in solving the problem of spectral congestion and user capacity. It offered a very high capacity in limited spectrum allocation without any major technological changes. The cellular concept is a system level idea which calls for replacing a single high power transmitter with many low power transmitters, each providing a coverage to only a small portion of the service area. So each base station is allocated a portion of the total number of channels available to the entire system, and a nearby base station are assigned a different group of channels so that all available channels are assigned to relatively small number of neighboring base stations. So neighboring base stations are assigned a different group of channels so that the interference between base station and the mobile users under their control is minimized. So it offered a very high capacity in a limited spectrum allocation without any major technical technological changes. The cellular concept is a system level idea which calls for replacing a single high power transmitter with many low power transmitter, each providing a coverage to only a small portion of the service area. So each base station is allocated a portion of the total number of channels available to the entire system, and nearby base station are assigned a different group of channels so that all the available channels are assigned to a relatively small number of neighboring base station. Neighboring base stations are assigned a different group of the channel so that the interference between the base station and the mobile user under their control is minimized. Now all the modem wireless communication system enable a fixed number of channels to serve an arbitrarily large number of subscribers by reusing the channel throughout the coverage region. So all modem wireless communication system enable a fixed number of channels to serve an arbitrarily large number of subscribers by reusing the channel throughout the coverage region. In cellular system, the total service area is divided into a number of smaller areas, each of which is defined as a cell. So when considering the geometric shapes which cover an entire region without the overlap and with equal area, there are three sensible choices: a square, equilateral triangle and a hexagon. So here the diagram for this is shown. In cellular system, the total service area is divided into a number of a smaller area, each of which is defined as a cell. So when considering the geometric shapes which cover an entire region without overlap and with equal area, there are three sensible choices which are given here. Now geographical region here in cellular system, the geographical region is divided into cell. The frequencies or time slot, or we can call codes, reused at spatially separated locations. So co-channel interference between the same color cells, the base stations, MTSOs coordinate handoff and a control functions. Shrinking cell size increases the capacity as well as the networking burden. Now, what are the trends in the cellular radio and the personal communication? The PCS, or we can say PCN. These calls, PCS calls for more personalized service, whereas PCN refers to the wireless networking. Okay, PCS means what? Personalized services, and PCN means what? It refers to the wireless networking concept. Any person, anywhere, anytime can make a call using PC. So PCS and PCN, these two terms are sometimes used interchangeably. Now IEEE 802.11, this is a standard for computer communication using a wireless link. Then ETSI is 20 Mbps Hyperlan, this is a standard for the indoor wireless network. Then a 3G universal multifunction globally compatible digital mobile radio standard is in make. Then satellite based cellular mobile phone system, a very good chance for developing the nation to improve their communication network. So the cellular system solves the problem of spectral congestion and user capacity. It offers a very high capacity in limited spectrum without a major technological change. Reuse of radio channel in a different cell. It enables a fixed number of channels to serve an arbitrarily large number of users by reusing the channel throughout the coverage region. Then what is frequency reuse? Here each cellular base station is allocated a group of radio channel within a small geographic area which is called as cell. Cell means what? Each cellular base station is allocated a group of radio channel within a small geographic area is called as cell. Now the neighboring cells are assigned a different channel groups. So by limiting the coverage area to within the boundary of the cell, the channel groups may be reused to cover a different cells. So keep interference level within a tolerable limit. Frequency reuse or frequency planning. So 7 groups of channel A to G. Now, what are the channel assignment strategies? It consists of frequency reuse scheme, which increases the capacity, minimize the interference. Then it also consists of a channel assignment strategy, which consists of a fixed channel assignment and dynamic channel assignment. Then the next is the fixed channel assignment. It has here each cell is allocated a predetermined set of voice channel. So any new call attempt can only be served by the unused channel, and the call will be blocked if all the channels in the cell are occupied. And then the next is dynamic channel assignment. So the channels are not allocated to the cells permanently. They allocate channels based on request. It reduces the likelihood of the blocking and increase the capacity. Now there is one more concept, that is handoff. Handoff must ensure that the drop in the measured signal is not due to momentary fading, and that the mobile is actually moving away from the serving base station. So running average measurement of the signal strength should be optimized so that unnecessary handoffs are avoided. Now it depends on the speed at which the vehicle is moving. Also, it's steep, the short term average, the handoff should be made quickly. Then the next is the speed can be estimated from the statistic of the received short term fading signal at the base station. Then the next is the dwell time. Now what is the dwell time? It means the time over which a call may be maintained within a cell without handoff. Dwell time means the time over which a call may be maintained within a cell without handoff. So this time, that is the dwell time, it depends on the one is the propagation, next interference, distance and speed. Now in the first generation of the analog cellular system, the signal strength measurement are made by the base station and supervised by the MSC. Now in second generation of the system TDMA, the handoff decisions are mobile assisted, called a mobile assisted handoff. Then the next is inter-system handoff. If mobile moves from one cellular system to different cellular system, which is controlled by different MSC. And third is handoff request is much important than the handling a new call. Now in practical consideration, there are different types of user. One is high speed user, which need a frequent handoff during a call, and low speed user, which may never need a handoff during a call. So a microcell to provide a capacity, the MSC can become burdened if high speed users are constantly being passed between a very small cell. Also minimize handoff intervention. It handles the simultaneous traffic of high speed and low speed user. And large and small cell can be located at a single location. The different antenna height, different power level. So cell dragging problem. A station user provide a very strong signal to the base station. Now handoff for the first generation analog cellular system. It has 10-second handoff time. What is delta? It is in the order of 6 dB to 12 dB. Handoff for the second generation, that is for the GSM, it is 1 to 2 second handoff time. And mobile assist handoff, delta is in the order of 0 dB to 6 dB. Handoff decision based on the signal strength, co-channel interference and adjacent channel interference. So IS-95 CDMA spread spectrum cellular system, that here the mobile share the channel in every cell. There is no physical change of the channel during the handoff, and the MSC it decide the best station with the best receiving signal as the service station. So there are two basic concepts of the handoff prioritization, which are a guard channel and queuing of handoff. The interference and the system capacity, a source of interference, another mobile in the same cell, a call in progress in the neighboring cell, then other base station operating in the same frequency band. Non-linear system leaks energy into cellular frequency band. So two major cellular interference are, one is co-channel interference and other is adjacent channel interference. Then the next is co-channel interference and system capacity. So frequency reuse, in that there are several cells that use the same set of frequencies, that is co-channel cells and co-channel interference. And to reduce the co-channel interference, the co-channel cell must be separated by a minimum state. It must be separated by a minimum distance. When the size of the cell is approximately same, the co-channel interference is dependent of the transmitted power So the formula for the hexagonal geometry is Q is equal to D by R, which is equal to square root of 3n. What is adjacent channel interference? Here the interference from the adjacent in frequency to desired signal. There is an imperfect receiver filter allow nearby the frequencies to leak into the passband, and the performance degrades seriously due to a near far effect. So adjacent channel interference can be minimized through a careful filtering and a channel assignment. Keep the frequency separation between each channel in a given cell as large as possible, and a channel separation greater than the 6 is needed to bring the adjacent channel interference to an acceptable level. Also ensure that each mobile transmit the smallest power necessary so that it can maintain a good quality link on the reverse channel. So it must have a long battery life, increase SR, and solve the near far problem. So the regular polygons, here the diagram for the square, equilateral triangle and the hexagon are shown. The regular polygon may be used to represent the cell coverage. Hexagonal cell are popular because their shape are closest to the circle and it allows a tight cellular packing and a packet partitioning of the surface area.